Congratulations. You have made it through all of 2016, all of 2016's madness and celebrities. It's just, you've made it. Congratulations and welcome to our final show of 2016 and our final episode of Jake Bake Holiday Bakes. Thank you for joining us throughout this entire year, and we wanted to end it on a really good note with something you can make the night before New Year's Eve. Wake up New Year's Day hungover and get this in the oven and enjoy it, and it just be such a good moment to start the new year out on a really great foot. So join me in the kitchen for this last episode. Now to get started, this is going to be super simple. We're just taking some crusty French bread. I want a big loaf. I have a few of them that I've cut up into a bowl. Think about like a big sized loaf that I just tore into pieces. The more crust, the better. That's like the best part of this. You want a whole package of cheese. It's going to be about 8 ounces of shredded cheese. I like cheddar. That's perfectly good. Ground mustard. You're going to use about 2 teaspoons. Some black pepper. Salt, milk, about a cup of milk, and about 8 to 10 eggs, depending on the size of your eggs. Also, sausage. I forgot the sausage. The sausage is the best part. I used one just package of breakfast sausage that I've cooked beforehand, drained off all of that grease. We want to go ahead and get all of the ingredients, the big stuff together. I'm going to add my sausage in. And I want to do this first because any of that like sort of grease and oil that is pouring around still that I wasn't able to come off, the bread will soak that up and it'll be super, super delicious. This is going to feed a ton of people. So this is the perfect thing to do for if you're having a party and a bunch of families staying over. It's great. So just crack these bad boys right in. And I know this seems like a lot of eggs, but if you think about it, eggs are $3 a dozen, $3 or $4 a dozen. That's a lot of eggs. It's going to make a lot of food, so you can't beat it. If this feeds 10 people, you're feeding them for less than $1 a piece. I'm going to add my cup of milk. And this may seem like a lot of liquid, but you need this thing to be soaked because this is going to sit overnight in the fridge and get all sorts of deliciously gooey and wonderfully yummy. Sometimes, runaway sausage. So I actually think that I could use a little bit more milk. It's kind of like a savory bread pudding almost, without the raisins, because raisins are, sin. So you can see when I pick it up, there's just enough liquid that's starting to come off of it too. So once that's all mixed in, I'm going to add in my ground mustard. There we go. About 2 teaspoons of ground mustard all together. This gives it a really nice color, and I think it adds a depth of flavor because essentially we're just looking at bread here. I mean, bread, sausage, and cheese and eggs. So we want to add as much flavor as possible without going crazy. So then I like to add a lot of pepper. It's salt and pepper to taste, but I personally am a big fan of pepper. So there's that. And because sausage and the meat already has a lot of salt in it, you want to be careful with adding too much salt. So I'm just going to add a good pinch, not too much more than that, because like I said, that sausage is already going to have a good amount of salt in it. And then my favorite part, the cheese, dumps all in here. Stir this up. And once everything's combined together pretty well, grab a casserole dish and you're going to pour all of this mixture in there. You don't need to spray it beforehand. It all just goes in. I've been making this recipe for probably 5 years now, and every time everyone loves it, and it's so simple. Like it's one of those things that I make like every holiday because usually I'm running around. It's just such a crazy time. So then I just do this beforehand, the night before, have this ready to go for the morning. That way I'm not fussing with anything and everyone is happy. Now I'm just gonna saran wrap this, get this put away. Just make sure that it's very an airtight sort of cling wrap around it because you don't want this to dry out. But other than that, you're set to go. Good morning and welcome to 2017. I am tired. We did the good thing and made this last night. So this is ready to go in the oven. You can see when I touch it, it's nice and full of liquid. We're gonna pop this into the oven at 350 degrees for about an hour and I'm gonna cover it with aluminum foil so it doesn't brown too much. And then I'm gonna take the cover off and finish it off for another half hour. This casserole is done and crispy, crunchy deliciousness. The crusts in the bread have actually already like re-crusted up and look absolutely delicious. The cheese is all melty and gooey. I'm gonna get in here and get some out. Get a man-sized portion. Or a lady if you're hungry. Oh my God, this smells so good. This is going in my trap right now. Oh my gosh. The bread just soaks up all of those eggs, so it tastes like egg toast with some sausage and like just covered in cheese, and it's so crunchy. I don't know if you can hear that. That crunch. That is the bee's meat. All right, I'm gonna go sit down and enjoy this casserole that smells absolutely amazing because after this holiday season, I've earned it, you've earned it. So go home and make this. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for joining us for Jake Bakes Holiday Bakes. And you know what, for this whole past 2016, you guys have made this absolutely wonderful. I look forward to sharing the kitchen with you in 2017. All right, guys. Cheers.